does look like that yellow thing should pop off and be a sword, though.
It does. Not only that, but then they put in, figures that really aren't selling. I cannot confirm or deny that statement. This looks the most accurate to a Computron that we've gotten since the G1 toy.
I think this will be great.
It's just right. Not exactly, not similar. I guess I should say it looks like there might be some similarities in the transformation.
Those have to be real treads.
On this picture, it looks like it, but I don't see how. Like, they're not.
I don't know either, because if you go back. Welcome back, BBC fans, to another thrilling episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And before we get into the news, let's give a big shout out to the Chosen Prime for being our sponsor. Go ahead and check out their site for a whole bunch of figures. We're probably going to be talking about a lot of them right on this episode. Also, a big shout out to all of our members out there. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey, keeping this ring light on, and keeping you entertained. Also, if you just subscribed, thank you as well. We appreciate it. With all that being said, let's just jump into the news. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time in a long time we started out with just announced.
Wow.
So we have a lot of stuff still to talk about, but no leaks or con news this time. So let's just get into it with Bobby's favorite character, Spitfire. So this is the Chaos Terran flip changer. We all know Bobby does like his flip changers. We did see the Warrior class already. So when will you be adding this to your collection?
This will be in. I can't even make up anything to say when this will be in my collection. Yeah, this is a hard pass. My daughter might like the colors.
I was gonna say the colors are actually really interesting. The teal with the yellow, I think, look actually really good together. And if you haven't noticed, I was being sarcastic. If you are a new viewer, but I think the Warrior class looks better. But again, that makes sense. It's more like a deluxe class. But I do like these colors. Yeah. I don't know the character at all. I don't understand what the Chaos Terran means. But I do think, if I was a kid, this would be kind of cool. It does look like that yellow thing should pop off and be a sword, though.
It does. Yeah. But otherwise, I don't see it.
Yeah. And I don't know of any drones that look like this, personally. Usually they're empty in the middle. It's mostly around it. But either which way. We also got new costumes. So we got Alita 1 and Bumblebee rounding out the pack. I don't know what you call a group of 4 people, if there is even a word for that. Let me know in the comments below. And the Matrix. Are you going to be picking up this Matrix for, I think, like $15?
No.
Really? Oh, I thought you would.
No. I would want something. The one we saw from San Diego Comic-Con, that would look really nice. It looks cheap, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I would just want something really nice if I was going to display a Matrix.
I thought you'd be all in on this because it looks G1. The other one didn't at all.
No. I really like the other one. Okay. It was very detailed. This is detailed.
And it lights up. And it does light up. So,
which is kind of cool. But yeah.
I think it looks good. If I see it, I'll probably pick it up, but I haven't been in a Halloween store in a long time. So
Party City.
Well, I was thinking Spirit, but that works too.
Oh yeah, that too.
So this is kind of interesting. So Walmart in Canada showed off they're going to have a bundle with RID Sideburn, Hotshot, Strong Arm, and Infernac Universe Nucleus or Nucleos. And it comes with a bonus collector's box, which you see right here. It'll be approximately $142.97 Canadian, which is about $103.94. This box confuses me because you have the Legacy on one side and then the G1 box art on the inside.
That's what did it for me.
None of the figures are G1.
Right. I love the inside. It looks great. It took me back to my childhood, but I don't get it. If they had Gears and Brawn, even though it's 86 or something like that in there, then I'd be like, okay, I'm with it. But not only that, but then they put in figures that really aren't selling. This is kind of like what they did for not Halloween, but for around Thanksgiving and Christmas when they had those 2-packs in Walmart that were shelf warmers.
I think that's what it is. I don't know about Hot Shot or Nucleos because I haven't seen those in person. Besides when you got yours and I was, but Sideburn and Strongarm were everywhere. So I'm pretty sure those are just because they have extra stock. I do like the artwork for Legacy United. All of their artwork is always amazing from Hasbro. They have great artists. And the inner artwork is great too. They just don't go together. But if you're missing those figures and you're in Canada, maybe it's cheaper. But that's more expensive than if you bought each one separately on like Amazon or Chosen Prime or whatnot.
I saw Nucleos today, actually.
Oh, did you pick that?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to make us wait. Let's keep it moving. So this is the Flame Toys Variety Models Transformers Megatron G1 version. So this was actually shown off at the convention in Hong Kong, I believe. AGC, something like that. And I didn't even notice it was new, so it is new. What are your thoughts on this non-transforming Megatron?
It looks great. I think it looks really, really good. Good action figure. I don't like the facial expression, but I think that's on purpose. But everything else, I think it's a very spot on Megatron.
Really? Even that front-facing one, his torso looks so off.
The torso, I guess I'm saying the colors and
colors.
colors and the details look spot on. Yeah, it does look a little slim in the chest.
And then, like, I feel like that whole extra area underneath his little control unit,
his abdomen,
doesn't need to be there. Like, it makes him too long. The proportions are weird on this, but I do agree with you. It does look good posed. It's just that one that I have right in the center that you could, you see. The proportions are weird looking.
Yeah, maybe that's to give him that ab crunch that you love so much, maybe.
I would rather not have an ab crunch and have appropriate proportions.
Yeah, I have to, maybe take a look at G1 and see if he had that piece there.
Yeah, I don't know. It struck me. It kind of looks like he's wearing like a belly top. You know what I mean? And that's like his little midriff showing. You go, Megatron. Next, we have the Generations Autobot 5-pack, which is going to be released under the T-Spark line in Takara Tomy. So.
Very interesting. I still need this 5-pack.
Well, you might be able to pick it up this. It's a little, not disappointing, concerning if they are releasing this, like it says, under the T-Spark line. I don't see it on here, but that is what it was reported as. Because that means they're releasing that Rodimus, the Predaking, the Bumblebee, that's the movie Bumblebee, and Leo Convoy. And this, all under the same line, that means T-Spark means nothing. It literally just means whatever we could throw in there is what we're doing it.
Yeah.
And even if this isn't part of it, I still feel that way with the 4 that we have.
It's legacy all over again.
Worse because they're different scales. I mean, you got like an MP one with the Rodimus. Mm-hmm. You've got the movie MP one, and then you have the legacy Beast figures and the what's it called? The Leo Convoy, which we'll talk about in a bit. So, I don't know. We'll see what that Predaking is, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Keeping it going, we also have this, which is the Hasbro is making these Ignises, which I had to look up what that was, but it's pretty much just a piece of metal with this plate on it.
Well, that's not very exciting, but I love the pictures. I don't know what I would do with them.
I was going to say, I think you could just get better posters with these images on them.
Yeah. I mean, unless they're, they have texture or something to them,
Ingots, excuse me. Ingot. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's not my thing at all. I don't even know what metal it is. I couldn't figure that out either. Is it gold? Gold, because gold bars are technically what they call these. But they look great. if you collected these things, great.
And
And I would love to have Optimus Prime with that Autobot symbol on his fist. Maybe his knuckles would be better though.
And that's the gun. Remember, you were talking about.
Oh yeah, that he had two of
That's the
them.
gun.
Yeah. That's right. So yeah, let us know if you're going to be picking these up below. Next, we've got Funbee Studios, the One statue from Legends comic. So I'm assuming the Legends comic is the Japanese Legends that were packing comics with all of them that were really funky and weird, and you had like Black Arachnia dressed up as a maid and stuff like that. Which I'm all for. It was actually kind of interesting to read those. But this looks fine. I don't know it. I'm sure if somebody likes it, they would love it.
Have no idea what this is supposed to be. No idea of the description you just gave. So yeah, I like that. It looks like storage there.
I think the eyes light up, and I think that's a what's it called? The circuit board and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. It's not storage. All right. Yeah, I have no idea about this. Print it if you like it.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I mean, if this is what it looks like, I don't honestly know. Yeah. Next, we've got Tim Hedda's weapons kit for Transformers Legacy Gears. So it looks like they separate, and what I like about it is it looks like a light on the top of the car. I think that's actually kind of interesting to have that the transformation even of the weapons. But this looks fine.
It is. The blue's a good match too from this picture.
I think that's paint. Because if you look at the end of the weapon, it looks like a white peg.
Yes.
But either which way, it is a very good, at least in these pictures can be deceiving. It is a very good blue.
Yeah, and it's cool that it pegs together. I'm not sure if that's a reference to a gun Gears had. Let us know in the comments. But yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Is this a gun he had in the show? So
yeah, I don't remember.
So next, a New Supplies Color Farce series. Sexy Red is now open for order. So if you do want this, I think they said they're limited 20 last time we talked about these. So get your order in if you want them. I'm sure Bobby already has his locked in.
I cannot confirm or deny that statement.
But I do think this is really cool, though. I don't think we have a Seeker with this head color ever. Yeah, and I like that. It's a little different.
Yeah, I like I like what they're doing with, kind of all these repaints of figures. Okay, let's come out with some repaints of heads to match. So I like it.
Yeah, I think this will be cool. I can't wait to see which one you put it on. It'll probably be Thundercracker. That would actually look kind of cool with the red accents Thundercracker already has. I was making a joke, but now that I think about it, I'm like, that might not look horrible.
Well, they actually, I saw some of the figures with their heads on, with these heads on them. So,
which one does he put it on then?
I'll send you a picture. Maybe we'll post it.
Okay.
I actually want to say it's Thundercracker. I think it was on Thundercracker and. Don't get me the line. I'll look it up. Okay,
there we go. Next, we got this, which is Magic Square's Nemesis Prime. I think it's Truck Boy, the black version, as they call it. Yes. What are your thoughts?
Bought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You have the original colors, right?
Yeah, I have the Truck Boy. So this is something that we talked about at that when I bought that. You were talking about if they come out with Nemesis, you would pick it up. So it's coming out with Nemesis.
Yeah,
James.
Oh, I already said I'm picking it up. I thought when I said I'm picking it up. So
okay.
This is bought. I don't have a Nemesis that's SD like this, so this is new. I wish it had a little bit of room for a Decepticon sign on the arm with the hinges. But oh well. I never noticed the snub nose blaster.
Yeah,
that is really cute.
Yeah.
The Almo does leave a little bit to to want, but for $35 it's fine. I do think this looks really good though. So definitely
it looks really good. I wish they filled in the panels in front of the front wheel.
I can see that.
That's where it like really stands.
A little bit of waffling right there.
Yeah. But I think the transformation is is pretty cool as well. So I'll be picking that up.
Yeah, and the Truck Boy is only like $35, so
yeah, it's not
much
overly priced.
Yeah. Next, I guess X-Transbots is having MM4 Plus reissue with Ollie. There'll be a gun, a slingshot, a new face, and a screwdriver in the box. So I'm pretty sure you already have this, correct?
I do already have it, and so I'll be skipping it. It's a decent figure, actually. I think they've re-released this a few times now, so here's another chance to get a character that a lot of people hate.
I don't hate him. I just, one, it's X-Transbots. Two, I would have gotten the Turbo repaint, which was red.
Yes.
It was on sale and I almost bought it. This was years and years and years ago. But then I looked into it and they were talking about how it like shattered. So
Mine did.
I ended up not picking it up.
Mine did.
Do you have that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did that one shatter?
Nope. Neither one of them did.
Let me knock on wood for you with your luck. And then let's end it with you. This is all for you. We've got Craftsman Toys, Tactilord Combiner Team, DJS02B Motor. So
we were right. It was Afterburner in the background when we saw it. I think this looks great.
Me too. I think they really knocked this out of the park. I just wish it was bigger. I know you're picking it up no matter what.
Yeah. This looks the most accurate to a Computron that we've gotten since the G1 toy. So yeah, this is easily bought. And even though this is stylized, it still is a good stylized figure.
Yeah, it really reminds me of like 2 steps down from King Toys. Not too much, but still stylized. I never liked this alt mode, not gonna lie, but it does look good. It looks accurate. But the arm mode, it looks really nice. They did a really good job on this. I love the guns hanging off the forearm, which I believe the original one had as well. Yeah, I think this looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Very excited.
Okay. Well, let's keep it going. I thought he would have more words for it.
I'm looking. Does it have 2 wheels in the back? Because I'm looking at
I think so. I think it's a 3-wheeled motorcycle. Tricycle.
Yeah, it's a tricycle.
Tricycle. There you go.
It's a Legends scale, so it's a tricycle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different, but okay.
All right, well, that's enough gushing about this figure, Bobby. I'm sure you'll like this tricycle when it comes out, but let's move on to the updates. First thing is we got better pictures via official Hasbro shop website of Jawbreaker and Aftermath. So first we'll talk about Jawbreaker. So I'm assuming these are coming out. If Hasbro shop, not Pulse, I guess they have another website where you can buy things, is coming out with these pictures. What are your thoughts about Jawbreaker?
It looks like a crazy chicken.
It's a very weird dinosaur. I think it's supposed to be one of those ones with the head that like ram into things.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
The Hasbro colors really take a nosedive for this. When it had all that gold paint and stuff, it looked really nice. It looks a lot less nice now.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it is what it is. It looks like a kid's toy. I guess all Transformers are technically supposed to be kid toys, but this looks like, a step up above like a play school toy offering or something.
I think this looks better. This I could see in Legacy, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It looks just as good as those figures, maybe without as much posability. But it looks like it has all the transformation and stuff. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I just don't think you like the design.
That's it. It looks like something maybe from Animated or something like that.
It does really look like that. But it's not horrible. I just think that the Takara one, I liked it so much because of the colors, and this has a lack of the paint.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just bad for my collection or collecting. Yeah. That's what.
And next we have Aftermath. I still don't know if this is a guy or a girl, but I kind of like it being a she. I think it's kind of cool. I like Striker. Anyways, I think this looks better than the one we just looked at. And it looks okay. If I see this in stores, I probably would pick it up. It's unique enough. It's not that bad seeing it this close up. And I actually like some of the purple on pink details that they gave it. Like on the hood of the car and stuff.
I like the head.
The head is very cool. It's much better than the one we just looked at, Jawbreakers.
The head looks really, really cool. That's probably about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
it looks better than the previous one, but
yeah. I can see this being in a new Transformer show as just another Decepticon villain. But the shoulders are wrong because here it is next to Takara's. So I wonder why they did that. Whether that's they don't know how to transform it, or if there's no paint on it like the Takara one.
Oh, wow.
I do like the purple details with Hasbro's, but I do like Takara's overall darker design a lot better.
And I think you like the X's on the lights, or was
they remind me of little nipple covers. If you know what I mean, which is why I liked it. It's unique. It's different, but
I think I like the head better on the Hasbro version, though.
I kind of like the red mohawk, though.
Yeah, I think.
But you don't like that because that's too human, right?
No, not even so much that. I just think that it looks more like a. Like if you pop the heads off, I think the head on the Hasbro one could fit like on a.
You know what? I kind of agree with you because the red on the lights on the chest on the Hasbro one would match the mohawk on the Takara one, and then there would be no red. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I did look this up to see how much that Takara one is. It's like $60 on eBay. So I probably will not be picking it up. But if I do see Hasbro's, I think with a little bit of paint, I can make it look very similar.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing it in your haul.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it comes out. So knock on wood for that too.
Yeah.
Next, Marco Clona showed off the Star Raiders, Thundertron, Calcitron, and Night Strike. Not really much to say. We've talked about these a lot, but is there anything else you want to say? He did talk about the original story, which we'll talk about in the next slide, but for now, with these pictures.
Mine is still in the box, so that's...
You bought this?
Not this set. I mean, the first one.
Oh, okay.
So, no. No. So
I love the cassette. I love that it has a skull on it. It's very cool and unique. It reminds me of a pirate flag, like the pirate flag transformed. Which I know you hate the human things in it, but if you're going that far, go all the way. I don't like the Calciatron, but that's the head. And then the hook hand, how it's so rounded like a noodle. It's not like pointed. That doesn't make sense to me. But he did talk about the original concept of this set was Night Strike and Thundertron were going and they're, plundering and stuff, and they come across the planet with a super strong energon source, and when they go to it, it's alive, it's Calciatron, and it powers him up, and he combines with it, and he becomes like a super Thundertron. I love those little backstory things. They need to bring back the bios on the back of the boxes, because that and all the other ones, think of Hotshot. Like we talked about this, if they had some story connecting them, even if it was the bios on the back of the boxes, maybe that could make us want these characters a little bit more.
Yeah, it would be a little bit more interesting. You'd know how they were connected and what part they play in this universe. Yeah,
because reading that, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense that he's with Calciatron now.
Right.
And then the Night Strike is like a parrot, which I know you don't like, but either which way, I'm like, okay, I could get it. If they did something like that more, then I'd like it. I still don't understand why we don't have bios on the back of the boxes anymore.
Because it takes too much time.
Yeah, I guess so. But there's AI now. So
it takes too much time.
All right, well, let's keep it going with Transformers 1 Brave Optimus. So this is the leader class Optimus. That's $80 and it should ship in December of 2024. I'm not sure which Optimus this is with him. It's not the Studio Series one, so I think it's the main line, the $20 one with Alpha Trion and all them.
Mm-hmm.
So it is quite a bit bigger. I do still think the chest is too small on this giant one. but it looks fine for what it is. Not my cup of Energon.
Yeah, I think the chest, like on the picture on the right, that angle, the chest looks fine. The one where he's holding hands, the chest does look really small. It almost looks like if something could flip out and maybe even fill in that, like the side under his arm, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there is something there. It just looks hollow from the side, from that.
I think that's his backpack.
Yeah, it is his backpack, but I mean, it just the way the picture's taken, it looks like it's hollow.
Yeah, if you could have that on both sides, it'd look better. I agree.
Yeah. But then I looked at the one where he's holding mini him, and there looks like there is filler there. So I don't know. This picture of him holding hands reminds me of me walking into Target today holding my daughter's hand. So that's what we were doing today. And I actually saw this little guy, I think, in the store as well.
Another thing that I find funny is both of them have different colors.
Oh, yeah.
The blue's different. The red's different. I wonder what is the correct color.
Yeah. Yeah, and the blue on the legs in particular, and legs and hands is extremely different. So, and the head, I guess. So yeah, the blue in general, like you said, is extremely different. I think the bigger one does look better, of course, but I don't know if I'd pay $80 for it.
I'm right there with you. That seems a little too much, especially if they call it leader. If I wouldn't buy it even if it was $10. Just because I don't want it in my collection, not because it's a bad figure. I just don't want it. But if I did want it and they made it normal leader class price, I think that would make more sense.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to this. So Takara showed off the Leo Convoy, the painted sample. What are your thoughts?
Looking at them next to each other, I do like the newer version better. It definitely looks animated, more animated, but the details on it look a little bit more lively, or particularly around like the lion mane and the lion face. Like that gold looks more vibrant. The old one looks like it's just a mold. It doesn't have any life to it.
I see what you're saying. So for me, I like the new one's colors way better.
Mm-hmm.
The gold, I like how like on the abs it continues all the way down. There's not like that white space.
Oh yeah, the red.
Yeah, but other than that, they're pretty similar. But I do like the original mold better. I like the realistic hair. And honestly, I like the old one's face better, even though it's kind of derpy. I don't like the cartoon face. I've never liked it on the Leo Prime. I would much rather have the derpy face. Maybe if it was painted better and all that stuff, it'd look nice. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. The color-wise, the new one is way better, but I'll take the old one any day. And it doesn't make sense because it doesn't go with any other characters. Like all of the Kingdom characters are all realistic alt modes. So this one, you get a Disney lion in there all of a sudden.
He looks like a husky in a lion Halloween costume or something like that.
I always think, he also looks like Scar.
Or
from Lion King, yeah. So they also showed off a painted sample. And again, I think it looks great. If you like this figure, I'd pick it up, but I already have the other one. And that's
I don't need two of this character.
Yeah. I do think it looks better than the Masterpiece. In Lion mode and a little bit in this mode.
I don't know.
The Lion mode, definitely. Have you seen that Lion mode?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it looks like?
No.
Okay. I'll show you a picture later because, it's crazy. Anyways, let's continue and let's start off the third party train with a KO. So this is the MD001, which is KO 30 Bumblebee Optimus Prime. Looks great for a KO.
Light up
Hopefully,
eyes.
more people that want this can pick it up.
Yeah. Does the gun light up as well? It looks like
it looks like it lights up.
Yeah, I know the eyes do. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't think either one of us will pick it up, but it looks fine for what it is.
If they make this in Nemesis colors and it's $25, I'll pick it up. But you know, it ain't gonna be that low. Because this thing, I think, is like 15 inches tall. I just don't want it in the collection.
Yeah, I don't need it in my Prime stuff. It's not the Prime for me.
You could probably put that money to better use elsewhere. Maybe this is where you'll put it to use. So we've got King Toys, King 1 Pavilion's original Mythic Mecca IP, and this is Yandi.
I like that.
And he
name.
comes with a bunch of accessories.
That is literally all of Predaking's swords right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does look good. Here's some closer pictures. Totally not my cup of Energon, but I can see people really, really liking this.
Yeah, those swords are really nice. I'm with you on that. If it transformed, you know, we might be talking about something, but otherwise, no.
I wonder if there's any story behind these. Like we were talking about with Hasbro. I know you don't know, but I'm wondering if there's a story or something to it. But
yeah, where the idea come from, or what's it based off of, or whatever.
Yeah, is there an anime that this is made off of? Because it says that it's their original IP. So, are they making comics, or who knows? But
that would be cool.
Either which way, it does look good.
It does.
Another thing that I think looks good is Fans Hobbies Metal Hop. So we got robot mode pictures, and this looks very proportionate. I was going to say it looks better than Hasbro's, but again, I think that's kind of a given just because this is a higher price point at MP. It's not a remold of Cyclonus. That was great for a remold of Cyclonus.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I didn't think that would work, but they made it work. But I think this looks really good too. What are your thoughts on this bot mode?
It does look good. It does look really good. I definitely want to see it painted. I'm not a fan necessarily of the character from the cartoon, but that's also because I wasn't a fan of Pretenders. So seeing it like this, if this is just what it's going to be, then I'm good with that.
I think this is all it is because I think this is what he was in the anime.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. You know you're going to pick it up.
Oh yeah, I probably will.
And here's a more dynamic shot. I wonder if it has an ab crunch or if it has Fans Hobbies like ab crunch that does that. You know how they do that in their figures.
Yeah.
The under mode of this jet though is not amazing. You could see how it transforms.
Yeah, it's not a lot going on there.
Yeah, but that's okay. I still am gonna say it. I think this would be great for another Predator. That has all the bones, and I think it'd be cool. And here's some size comparisons. So he's a pretty decent sized bot, and I think this is going to be a fairly affordable figure. Honestly, it's not too big, not too small. I think this will be great.
It's just right. Yeah, I like that it's bigger than the Junior Headmasters, and now I have to find a place on my shelf for
it. To go with, you're gonna have a whole Headmaster shelf. I mean, you've got a lot of the figures already from Fans Hobby.
Yeah.
You can have a whole shelf. All right, well. Yeah. Next, we've got Robot Toys RT02R Tyrant. And we both said it before. We think this thing looks good. It's just Legends. Even though I think you should still pick it up because you don't have this color, don't you?
I have the Hasbro version.
Oh, you got the Hasbro one? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And these are better colors than the Hasbro one. I'll give it that, though.
It's very vibrant. It's the blue pops off of this, and I like the blaster or the blast effect in the mouth. It looks good. I just don't need it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Maybe we'll get a KO upsized, and I'll pick that up.
Yeah, if it came out Masterpiece, then I'd consider it. But this is one that I definitely don't see myself picking up.
Yeah. But it does look really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, we've got MetaGate's Black Lightning. When are you picking this up?
I'm not so far. I have not put a pre-order in yet.
Because this is the Benz, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're not a big fan of those.
Yeah.
And you already have it kind of in the same color scheme.
Yeah.
In the car you actually like.
In the Bugatti. And it looks the same, which is, I think is really cool that this is something that I praised Fans Toys for with their gears and their what is his name? Swerve, yes. How they look the same but transform differently. The alt mode looks the same but they transform differently. This looks like the Bugatti in bot mode but transforms very differently, and I don't like how the car looks fine, but it doesn't look as clean to me as the Bugatti did.
I agree with you there. I don't think it transforms differently. I think it's just a reshell.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It looked like it transformed a little bit differently.
Did they have a transformation video?
Yeah, I was watching it earlier today.
I didn't know they had one.
And maybe because with the Bugatti, like the feet are on the side, and I don't remember seeing the feet on the side on this one.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I thought it was. So
yeah. Or maybe it was just it was a lot of stuff that went in on it. But I could also be wrong because I haven't transformed that thing since I first got it, and it's just like I'm never transforming this again.
Yeah, same here. Next, we got Alien Attack Toys, their shiny TLK Prime. What do you think of this?
This is one of my least favorite versions of Prime. I think the colors look good. Again, the blue looks really good. It looks very vibrant. Even the red on the feet pop out. I don't like this Prime. I just don't like the way this Prime looks.
Yeah, the paint looks amazing.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave it at that. I do like the little red strip on his eye, like Kratos. I always thought that was a little neat design on this Prime. Don't understand it, but it looks cool.
Yeah. I'm with you. The paint looks great, but if you like it, definitely enjoy it. I love when they come out with figures, even if it's not for me, that other people love.
Yeah, and Hasbro is going to be releasing a leader class version of this, so I'm wondering how that's going to look.
I know how it will look. It will look like it's not in my collection.
Yeah, no, I think it will. In Studio Series, you buy all those.
No.
Let's move on to this. So this is Star Toys ST02 Track. I mean, they don't say the name, but it's tracks. What are your thoughts on this alt mode? We'll get to the bot mode in a second.
It's spot on from Corvette Stingray and the third. And I did put up 3 figures on purpose. The third mode looks great as well. I just want to see it painted. I think it looks fine. I think it looks really good, actually.
Yeah, I do too. I think they did a great job with it, as well as the alt mode. I think this looks really cool as well, but the single jointed elbow is kind of disappointing.
Oh yeah.
And always, Trax has the most awkward elbow to bicep ratio on all of these figures. I don't know. That's what I thought about the one I have as well. But it does look good. I think they did a great job. I think this looks better than their Blitzwing, in my opinion. It looks more full, while their Blitzwing had like the gaps up here, and the thighs were weird and stuff like that. But that might be accurate to the character. But I do think this looks better.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It looks better, but I'm trying to see the differentiating features for the transformation than the MP, because like the MP, wow. I know that the doors kind of fold into the back, similar to that. It looks like a very not similar. I guess I should say it looks like there might be some similarities in the transformation.
I definitely think there are. And it's funny you did say that because they did show it off, but that back is completely different.
Yes, You don't see the
like
glass.
the backpack and stuff, and even like the lower legs. If actually, it might not be that different, because if you look, we're just gonna go back to see how the hood doesn't split in half like the MP's does, but the hood just tucks up instead of being on the back of the legs.
Yeah.
So it could actually be very similar. Which brings me into my point where if I already had these characters and these colors, I wouldn't be picking this up because it's close enough and they're not my favorite characters. But I know people out there love tracks, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about the what character was it? Was it Commander Class? I don't remember. Maybe Commander Class Optimus Prime, where I said it's not that much of a difference to me to pick up a new one. And this is the same thing.
Yeah. I the back definitely looks different on these. Thanks for sharing this picture. I saw it, but I didn't really pay attention. Like how you can see the tail lights on the Star Toys one are like literally on the back.
Because I think the Hasbro one swivels around.
Yes.
And the Star Toys one just goes back.
Yeah. So I think I'll probably have this one in bot mode and the Takara in alt mode.
I agree, because that alt mode on the Takara one is almost perfect, just like this one is too.
Right.
So. Now, if they do release this in that loud pedal colors that they're showing right here, I will pick it up because I don't have a loud pedal. But that would be the only way. Maybe Road Rage, just because I always liked Road Rage. But I already have the MP one, so it's kind of... And the price. I think the Blitzwing was actually pretty competitively priced, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. I think it was like $89 or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, so if this would be cheaper, I would hope, because it's smaller, maybe I would pick this up.
Yeah.
Road Rage colors.
I'd pick it up in Road Rage colors and in loud pedal colors and just have...
tracks too. You pick out any color. Now, what would be cool is if they did a yellow version of this mold.
Why did I say... I knew you were going to say yellow.
Because of the alternators one.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool callback to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably pick that up too.
I thought I had it in here, but I don't.
Yeah, well. Let's keep it going. The Toys Easy's Metal Souls Tiger Tank. This is one of the best figures I think I've seen in a long time. This looks so neat. I will be picking this up.
It looks very good. Very, very good. I'm right there with you. The red in his arms, I was thinking that those were like, maybe it'd be cool if those were like, if you could pull it up and those were like missiles or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like Destro when he has that missile on his arm.
Yes, yes. So, but this looks great. I love the color. It's I love seeing the treads. It's like a smoke color, or like a
yeah.
But I love seeing the treads on the legs. It looks very clean. It looks like a solid figure, even though it's a tank. It looks like it's not bulky, like most tanks are. It thins out to be a nice figure.
Yeah, and it looks like it could pose really well. I love the pops of reds. If I'm not mistaken, there's like two hues of that gray blue color. There's a darker one and a lighter one for like the thighs are lighter. That is really neat. I think this thing looks great. And it looks great in tank mode as well. Really cleans up nicely. I still don't... those have to be real treads.
On this picture, it looks like it, but I don't see how... Like, they're not connected.
I don't know either, because if we go back here, they're on his shoulders and on his legs.
Yeah, so it looks like they're...
Maybe it's just a piece that folds out.
Yeah.
But either which way, I love this tank mode. It's so realistic. I was going to say one of the most realistic ones we have, but I don't know of all the tank formers we have. But it's very realistic. It swivels. Hopefully that goes up and down as well. Yeah, I'm sold on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you said their quality has just been going up and up and up and up. So I'm sure this is going to be a good figure then.
Yeah, I guess I should have let you pay attention to some of the boats while you were here. Missed that opportunity.
Yeah, and we sit there for 4 hours transforming one of them. I think this is a smaller figure too, so
Yeah.
I think we'll be better off. Yeah, I'm excited. That's for sure.
Yes.
But let's see if you're excited for what's incoming. And I think you'll be picking it up because it's $34. And that is the PT-12 Black Dragon. And these pictures are via I Am on Fire.
The bot mode is growing on me. It's still, and that's not necessarily means much. Like I gave it probably like a 15 out of 100. Now it's probably like a 22 out of 100. So
a whole 7 points.
Yeah, so it's growing on me. I do like the Snake Eyes. I do like Snake Eyes, but it loses it for me after the head.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm kind of the opposite. I wish it had a random figure's head.
Me too.
Then I might pick it up because then it could be something else. But with the Snake Eyes head, it's like cornered into what it's supposed to be, and this is not it. I mean, I know the light bar is removable, but I'm like, why would a ninja want a light bar?
Bring some
It doesn't make sense. And then the lion mode, I really don't like that the whole head and front fists are all parts forming. And maybe that's, I don't know, it's just something like they could have figured that out. But again, if it had a different head, whatever, it's a different character. But I don't like, especially the head part on that.
I still see this if they would have did it like Venom for the car mode, because Venom has all the
the tendrils, yeah,
it comes off and stuff. I would be like, you know what, you got me, and they put a Venom head on it. I would have probably bought it, and I just would have ignored the wolf
lion mode,
or whatever that is. But it looks like they try too much. Because, I don't want to see a car driving. And then, not only that, this is a sleek car. It's a Lamborghini. So, you have all this stuff hanging off of it. It looks forced.
Yeah. Well, it is. I think this is TLK's Rodimus that they KO'd, gave it a new head and all these accessories. And they made it, instead of looking like a Earth Lamborghini, they made it look a little more techy around it. So that's why the lion mode, I think, you have to put on the lion parts, Yeah, it's not horrible, though.
Wait, you said it's $34?
$33.99.
And what scale is this again?
They didn't have a size, but I'm assuming it's the same size as Loki.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I see you picking it up. Honestly, you're gonna break because of that price. It's Snake Eyes, and you don't have to transform it.
God, I didn't think it was gonna be that cheap.
Go ahead and put in your orders, and let us know if you guys are putting in your orders as well. But let's talk about what's recently released. This is all for Bobby. We got Hot Wheels Skate at US retail, and this is via TFW user Starscream229 and TRU Skid, and they were cited in Missouri and Texas.
Yeah, these are definitely not happening. You dress more like somebody who enjoys skateboarding than I do, so.
I actually saw these Hot Wheels Skate, not Transformers, but just Hot Wheels Skate at DD's discounts recently. For like $2.99. So if these go to DD's discounts and they have a Soundwave and a Megatron for $2.99, maybe even Starscream, I'd pick that up too. $2.99, I'll pick them up. I think these are like $9.99. I'm good, because I just find a way to, these actually might be a good size for Transformers with the skateboards. But it would have to be super, super cheap.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
I already don't have places to put the stuff that I do want.
So next, DFW user Vector Oracle found Optimus Prime Bop It. So I bet he's like, what does he say? Slice it and you have to use his axe hand or something. And then little helicopter drone things for Bumblebee and Optimus. The Bop It is only, it says $14.88. I wouldn't hate picking that up. That would be a fun little party thing.
Yeah, well, maybe when I come visit you, you'll have it in your collection.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't go to Walmart very often, but this is not the worst thing in the world, honestly. For $15, it was pretty cheap. So,
yeah, I didn't even look to see if they had any of these types of things.
I don't look either. I just kind of skimmed past all that.
That's interesting.
Well, let's move on to what's recently released. I think this is recently released because I already got pictures out. This is via Toy Arena, and it is Fans Toys Ethereon.
Yeah. I watched, I think there was like 3 videos up, maybe even 4. I did watch those. Started yesterday, finished them today. It's very, very cool. It's very, very cool. The way, even though it has, the main body piece that you don't like, the way it changes into a stand to hold all the jets is really cool. I like the way that Silverbolt fits into the back and it looks like it's stable, so that's cool. I was surprised that the connection points are around the heads of all the jets, though. That was something that I didn't expect, and something that's very different. So I thought that was unique. It lent its way to G1. How the heads plugged in. I just hope it doesn't scratch any paint or anything like that on the heads, but it was really cool the way this works.
Yeah, first thing I'm going to say is I love the box.
Yes.
It's really cool with all the jets on it flying down. I don't, like you said, I don't like that there is that body. I get it, though, because the TV shows just did not make anything look realistic. But I do like that Fans Toys went the extra step of making them turn into stands. That is very cool. At least they do something.
Right.
You don't just put, a torso off to the side.
Yeah.
I like that. I think you'll be very happy to finally finish the set. Totally not my cup of Energon. Superion has never been my favorite combiner. I'm glad with my oversized Combiner Wars figure, KO figure. That's perfectly fine for Superion. He doesn't need more than that in my collection. But I do think you'll be happy with this.
Yeah, I'm going to mess around with them while I wait for Jester to come and figure out how I'm going to display them.
I mean, you're going to display them in combine mode.
Not necessarily.
Oh wait, you have other Superions, don't you?
Yeah.
So you might do these. I would venture you might do them in vehicle mode because of the stand.
I'm leaning that way.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to update us.
Yeah, I have 2 versions of Zeta, and I have the Dreamstar, and then this one.
Well, Dreamstar don't count.
Yeah, I have those in combined mode right now. Well, I have those.
That's a whole separate character.
Yeah. And
that one Ethereon. All right, well, that's everything we have for you today. Bobby, what should they do?
Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Please like, share, leave us some comments. Love getting the comments, and check out our swag. I know we don't have any on right now, but check out our swag shop. If you have any ideas for shows, let us know. Become a member. Really helps. So
yeah,
all that stuff.
Do everything he said and more. Anything he forgot, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yes, as always, to all debates are won. See you next time.